Hello. Alright, let's do this thing. Hi, hi. Where were we? Oh, right. We completed the... Right, we completed part 1. Wish there was like a recap option. Yawn. Anyways. The stream looks good. Yeah. Okay, cool. Wake up, slap. Alright. It might just be me and you today, Sil. Let's see. Yeah. Cool. Anyway, it looks as though the police are still here, carrying on with their investigation. Perfect. So let's find Inspector Gregson as quickly as possible. Yes, and let's see if he'll take a break from his chips to look at that silver tip Iris gave us for him. Oh right, she gave us a note to give to him. I forgot about that. There's a bike. Oh, a British bicycle, look. Although the wheel is so misshapen, I'm sure it couldn't possibly be ridden anymore. Someone must have been doing some breakneck cycling. It seems bicycles have become extremely popular in London recently. There's even a movement to change women's dress to allow them to ride as well. The bicycle fad won't last. I don't see why anyone would want to ride something like that. Goodness, do you dislike bicycles? No, not at all. I mean, it's not that I dislike them exactly. It's just that any occupation that involves taking both your feet off firm ground seems reckless. If you'd ever tried walking on, let's see, if you'd ever tried walking on stilts and fallen into a river, I know you'd agree with me. We'll have to hire a bicycle sometime. You can sit behind me while I ride you around. That's a rather typical old brick building, isn't it? I'm sure it has a long and interesting history. Well, time certainly seems to have taken its toll on the place. It's crooked and sagging all over. In fact, it looks like it's in decidedly worse shape than the other houses around here. We must find some cheap lodgings ourselves soon as possible. Yes, you're right. Cheap, but ideally within reasonably level floors. All right, let's see. The clouds look so big and heavy in the sky, don't they? And with that dense fog as well, everything looks hazy. Well, it is known as Foggy London as Foggy London Town. I can just make out some sort of spire through the fog. It looks like it's still being built though. Aha! Yes! That must be the Crystal Tower being built for the Great Exhibition to open in 6 months' time. Apparently it's going to be very striking, glazed on all sides and the symbolic centerpiece of the exhibition. It's to be the largest exhibition in history, is it? Can't even begin to imagine. Alright, they're gonna have a World's Fair. You just know some shit's gonna go down. Interesting. I guess I should read this, huh? This is a 5-shilling piece, isn't it? I bet it's called a crown. Yes, and you can't train a Scotland Yard detective to do whatever you want, or whatever you want with just a single coin. Iris must be the most powerful 10-year-old in the world. How much is 5 shillings, by the way? What's it really worth? Well, it's probably enough to buy all the chips the inspector could possibly eat in a whole month. That's greasy. Sit. Which Digimon are you? I can't tell which Digimon that is. Is that Cherubimon? I think it's Cherubimon. Yeah, it's Cherubimon. That thing's weird. Let's see. Tell the gentleman in black whatever he wants to know. I trust that won't be a problem. Alright, I guess we're gonna give this to him. Wait, how do we do it? Right, we have to present. Inspector Gregson, do you have a moment? I'm sorry to say that I don't. I'm a very busy man. Much too busy to talk to a pair of foreign gadabouts, that's for sure. We have these for you. I haven't practiced my British accent in a while, so now it's really bad. A present from Miss Iris Wilson. What? For me? From her ladyship? Her ladyship? Give that here, at once! Come on, hand it over. That's for me! Don't wait for me to give it to you. Don't wait for me to give it to you, will you? What was that coin exactly? It's a silver crown, obviously. But it's a lot more than that. It's, well, an appearance fee. That's what it is. An appearance fee? Oh, I see. You mean... That's right. Or that's right. For the adventures of Herlock Sholmes. Her ladyship always offers me a little financial reward for featuring me. Every time. Yes. Yes, of course. I know all about your exploits, Inspector. I read them avidly. Of course, using my name without my say-so does make me the butt of a lot of unpleasant jokes, but still. I am sorry, Inspector. That must be very difficult for you. Never you mind that. So, what do you want to know then? Sorry? Tell the gentleman in black whatever he wants to know. I trust that won't be a problem, it says. Well, obviously it's not a problem. Go on, fire away. What do you want to know? Well, if you wouldn't mind, Inspector, we'd very much like to know the address of Mr. Natsume's lodgings. Ah, little knife-wielding, mustached Japanese fellow. He lives in a right old hovel. Just over there, look. On the first floor of that house, on the corner where that wreck of a bicycle's propped up. That is nearby indeed. If I remember rightly, the landlord is a Mr. John Garadeb? Garadeb? I don't know how to pronounce that. Right, well. You see her again, you make sure you give her ladyship my regards, you hear? I mean it. You tell her that Gregson sent his very best wishes. Don't worry, Inspector, we will. Goodbye for now, then. And long live her ladyship. Okie dokie. Well, at least he told us what we wanted to know before we left. Yes. So then, shall we go and see what we can find in Mr. Natsume's lodgings? Definitely. Should we go talk to Mr. Natsume and see? It seems that we can't meet with Mr. Natsume at the moment. Oh. He's being briefed about his appearance in court tomorrow, apparently. I see. Yes, the trial is only a day away. Alright then, let's come back later. Yes. Really hope he's not answering any more questions with inappropriate textbook answers like, yes, I do. Poor dude. May I help you? Yes. Would this be the residence of Mr. John Garadeb? Indeed it would, sir. And who may I say is calling? My name is Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Mr. Naruhodo is representing Mr. Sosuke Natsume. I believe he takes lodgings here? Oh, that was an interesting reaction. We would very much like to ask him some questions about our client. One moment, please. I shall convey the message to Mr. Garadeb. Did you see that, Miss Susato? That was a real-life English maid. Didn't we see one of those as one of the jurors? I know. As I understand it, anyone of standing in English society employs a number of household staff. But that was my first time I've ever seen one in the flesh. Oh, this day keeps getting better. It certainly feels like we've really arrived now, doesn't it? We need only to meet a butler, and the experience will be complete. Well, I'm not sure if I'd go that far, but I understand the sentiment. Thank you for waiting. Mr. Garadeb will see you now. This way. Oh boy. He's got like a moon-shaped face. That's interesting. Oh, there's a thing on the floor. Let's go around the room a bit before we talk to him. That's a full-sized cannon! What's it doing in here? Oh my! It's real! I thought it might be a replica. That whole thing? Bah, that's little more than a toy. Sorry? The army was selling it off when I retired, so I decided to give it a new home. Never know when the enemy might attack next. Jolly useful to have a cannon about the house. Really? It isn't overkill? Is he always gonna sit sideways? Probably. That's interesting. Be prepared, I always say. You never know what this twisted world is going to throw at you next, my boy. Next boy. Do you think there may be trouble brewing, Mr. Garadeb? Always is. Take Joan here. Never fails to have a clean apron in reserve. Dries them over barrel, you see. They dry very well on the cannon there, Joan tells me, which rather proves my point, I feel. been reduced to a drying rack. No wonder the huge cannon looks like it's hanging its head in shame. Books. I notice you have a pile of books here, Mr. Garrett. Do you really enjoy reading? Or do you enjoy reading? Ever experienced a London winter, boy? The nights are long. No better way to pass the time than in front of the fire with a jolly good book. Oh. He's stirring his tea with his pipe. Yeah, I know. Oh, there's a copy of Rand's magazine here, I see. No doubt Mr. Garrett enjoys the adventures of Herlock Sholmes, too. The great detective has a great many followers, it would seem. That uniform looks fairly ancient, doesn't it? It's clearly been well looked after, though. That old thing? Pah! Not much better than rags, really. Oh? Wore that ceremonial garb at my retirement bash, you know? But I'm not one for dwelling on past me. Would have gladly thrown it out, but you know how it is. Anyway, it doesn't hurt to have an odd piece of memorabilia lying around, does it? Oh, I see. Perhaps we should leave the past in the past. Do, 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 do. That looks like a Medal of Honor, and it's showcased on a very grand banner. Yes, it's displayed with some pride, I would say, although it bothers me that it's not straight. What? That old thing? Sorry? I should be glad to see the back of it, but the general would turn in his grave if I disposed of it. The wall's the best place for it. Keeps the bally thing out of my way. So it's just been polished to shine by accident, I suppose? There appears to be an inscription on the medal itself. Look. Let me see. It says, "For distinguished participation." Sounds like the kind of honors even I could be in line for. It's a participation prize. Well, one doesn't like to blow one's own trumpet. But I was given that for my time in the army. Can't measure an officer by the number of medals to his name, of course. Common knowledge in military circles. That portrait of Mr. Garrett is glaring at me, I swear. Have you noticed that all the little frames contain photographic prints of Mr. Garrett as well? Yes, and there seems to be a statue of a lion on the mantelpiece as well. Oh yes, seems to come back from the local pawnbroker. With that, seemed to have come back from the local pawnbroker with that little trinket. Seemed to come back? What do you mean? The chap who runs the place is a bally wizard. Went in to sell him something and came out with that thing. In point of fact, now I think about it, I rather often find myself leaving the place with something I don't need. Jump. The lion ornament certainly does seem surplus to requirements. Oh, that's a cute sit animation. I haven't seen Patamon's. That's really cute. Susato-san doesn't pull her punches, or her throws for that matter. Look at that enormous screen. It must have been put up there deliberately, for sure. Yes, it certainly seems like someone's trying to hide something from view. What could be behind it, I wonder? I'm gonna have a very quick look, just a little peek. Maybe let's not, Miss Susato. I think the maid is going to head us off with a cup of tea. What's all these busted things? Look at this crockery on display here. It's rather unusual, isn't it? Oh my! A genuine London dresser. Isn't it delightful? Although the shelves seem to be broken, and the crockery is... oh dear. It's in pieces. It really is. The word cracked wouldn't do the chinaware justice. Ah, I wonder. Perhaps the cannon was fired at it. Yes, probably something like that. But let's not delve too deeply here. Fired his cannon at his own dresser. Oh, look! What a wonderful collection of cakes lined up on that gleaming silver cake stand. Except that they're all, like, falling off. Lined up, it looks more like someone has half demolished them to me. Afternoon tea is a time of indulgence, you know. It's quite the English way. It is Mr. Garrideb's custom to take 2 cakes with his tea. That sounds delightful. Oh, wait a minute, though. There are at least 10 cakes on this cake stand. Well, naturally, it would never do to waste the leftovers. So whatever Mr. Garrideb doesn't eat, I say to myself, Joan, you shall have to tidy up. How magnanimous of you. Good day to you. John Garrideb at your service. Pleased to meet you, sir. This is Ryunosuke Naruhodo. He's a defense lawyer. Do excuse me not getting up. Took a shot to the knee a few years back in the Battle of my wand, don't you know? Earned a medal for my pains, but had to withdraw from service. Handed over the reins to the up-and-comings. So he's a retired soldier. It's a hell of a job getting up and down stairs now, I can tell you. Don't get out much, as you can imagine. Yes, it's quite a climb up here to the 2nd floor, isn't it? I was panting at the top of the stairs. You really must take more exercise, Mr. Naruhodo. Ugh, you think so? Well, Mr. Garrideb, no doubt you were very courageous to earn yourself a medal. Oh, it was nothing. The medal's just a folderol, really. Wouldn't like to offend the general, though, so I grudgingly displayed it on the wall. Why don't you fetch it down, Joan? Let these good people see it properly. Joan, fetch the... Ah! Dash it all, woman! Be careful! Oh, dearie me. I do beg your pardon, sir. You jolly nearly took the skin off my hands. I shall be more careful, sir. Why did I feel like she did that on purpose? That was funny. So anyway, there you have it. Living the quiet life now. Yes, I see. Now then, I hear you want to know something about the chap lodging downstairs, is that right? Yes, we would be very grateful if you could answer some questions for us. Only too pleased, naturally. Especially if it helps keep the peace here in Blightly. We forged an alliance with the Empire of Japan recently, as I'm sure you're aware. So this case is very much in the public eye, as it were. Oh, is it? Even had some famous detective poking around, you know, in this old house. Would you believe? Yes, Mr. Herlock Sholmes. Could have been. Didn't catch the chap's name. Not really my cup of tea, all that detective business. Oh, you have a copy of Rand's magazine here, so... No. Anyway, the chap's investigating the foreigner's room as we speak. So he's in Sosuke-san's room. It's a bolly nuisance is what it is. The whole neighborhood's twitching its curtains now. I don't like all the fuss. It's jolly unsettling. About Mr. Natsume, then. Mr. Garrideb, please do tell us. Ah, yes. Japanese chap. Only been lodging here for a week. Oh, just 1 week? So he moved in very recently then. I have 2 lodgers most of the time. One on the ground floor and one just below us. The first floor room became available a week ago, you see. There's been Dash it all, Joan! Do be careful! Oh, my goodness. I'm terribly sorry, sir. If you want to know my opinion... Was it her who said that? Yeah. I thought he was a shady sort from the moment I set eyes on him. Oh? Why? He seemed to have the most nervous disposition, always shaking and looking over his shoulder. The man had shady written across his head, sweat-soaked brow, if you ask me. I said to myself, Joan, that man is trouble. Sooner or later, he's going to do something untoward. And I'm rarely wrong about anything. We won't be calling this maid as a witness, that's for sure. Was there anything else that struck you as suspicious about the man at all? I know, the cheap jiggle physics. Yes! Oh yes, indeed there was. And she's dying to tell us when she slaps one of the other jiggles. Oh really? I didn't notice. Had you noticed anything else at all about your lodger, Mr. Natsume? Oh my word, yes! The man was shadier than an orchard. Could you elaborate? Oh, it does. That's funny. Well, take a look at... take the man's room. Absolutely stuffed full of books it is. More than anyone could ever read. And he never so much as passes the time of day with another living soul. I haven't seen a single visitor call. He just trots off to the old bookshop every single day, and comes back at 5 to light the gas fire. And the funny little man is up long past the time everyone else in the house has gone to bed. Oh, I see. The gentleman on the ground floor goes to bed at around 9 each night, and I've never known the Japanese fellow to retire any earlier than 2 in the morning. Ah. Could you clarify something, I wonder? What, pray? How do you know so much about Mr. Natsume's routine? Oh! I'd understood that neither of the lodgers live on this floor of the house, is that correct? That's right, yes. They're both below us, on the first floor and street level. Then, how is it that you know so much about the lives of your lodgers? The precise times that they come back in the evening, for example, and even the times they go to bed. Oh, he's gonna get... Ah! Good grief, Joan! Be more careful, woman! Oh my goodness, sir! I'm terribly sorry, sir. Something doesn't add up here. What are they up to? It seems that the incident took place at around 5 in the evening. Did you happen to look out the window at around that time? The window? Yes, we noticed the window over there looks out over Briar Road. The incident took place on the pavement just on the far side of the street. Was there anyone suspicious loitering nearby? 5 o'clock is dinner time, isn't there, in the Giradib household? So I'm afraid I don't remember seeing anything. How about you, Joan? No, sir. It would have been dusk outside already at that hour. And with the fog as well, I would think it would have been quite impossible to see the other side of the road. Oh, I see. Did you notice anything else out of the ordinary then? Such as? Anything at all, even if it seems unrelated. Well. Yes? Was there something then? Well, it's nothing particularly significant, but at around this sort of time in here, and then he gets murdered. For the love of God, Joan! Watch what you're doing! Oh, dearie me, what have I done? I'm awfully sorry, sir. She's like keeping him from saying anything. Do be more careful, woman. Every time he's about to say something, she cuts him off by pouring hot tea and on his freaking on him. This man's gonna be scalded to death by the end of it. If I may, Mr. Narrow Hollow. Yes? I have an exceedingly good memory, and as far as I remember, nothing of any significance took place here at that hour. Nothing at all. Oh, really? Mr. Garrideb? The way you were talking before, it sounded rather like there might have been... Oh, well, as I was saying, it was just a trifling matter, nearly... Yeah, she's keeping me from talking. Oh, I get it, she's contrasted, so she's like a sun. See, her, like, head is supposed to be the sun and his is the moon. That's kind of cute, actually. Joan, dash it all, what is the matter with you? Begging your pardon, sir. Nothing happened. Yes, quite. Nothing happened. I sat down to a quiet, uneventful meal. Joan? That's right, Mr. Garrideb. What is the matter with these two? Sounds like something happened here in this room on the evening of the incident. But what? I wish I knew. Could you tell us which floor Mr. Natsume's room is on? Why, certainly. Just below on the first floor. And Mr. Sholmes is investigating there even as we speak? Yes. Told me that's his name, as I had asked him to look into the matter, so I gave him the key. Mr. Natsume engaged Mr. Sholmes' services? That's a blatant lie. Would it be alright if we also had a look around in Mr. Natsume's room, I mean? Don't see why not. It's just down one flight of stairs. Who knows if we'll find anything that can help us with the case, but we have to try. We need all the clues we can lay our hands on, shall we? Yes. And while we're there, we could speak with Mr. Sholmes again. Perhaps he'll be able to tell us more. Alright. Down we go. What? Just look at this place. And smell it. It's so musty in here. I suppose it's the mountains of old books that are responsible for that. There's a cat. Oh, Natsume, that's cute. I don't think I've ever seen so many books in all my life. No, me neither. Me neither. It's so dark in here, too. Is that the window over there? Well, it was the window, I think. Yes, once upon a time. For some reason, it's been closed up with bricks and mortar. So this is where Mr. Natsume lives. By the way, I haven't spotted Mr. Sholmes anywhere, have you? No, that's true. But according to what Mr. Garrideb told us, the great detective should be around here somewhere investigating. Oh, look! It's a beckoning cat from home. It's a bit big and bulky, isn't it? Surely Mr. Natsume didn't bring that Maneki Neko all the way from Japan with him. I hardly think you're in a position to comment, Mr. Naruhodo. Are you forgetting the enormous Daruma doll that you brought in your luggage? Well, it can be dangerous traveling abroad. I wanted a lucky charm. Well, I imagine Mr. Natsume wanted the same, and this cat is sure to beckon good luck to him. It's not doing a very good job so far, is it? You mustn't say such things. I didn't say a word. Why are my eyes such a giveaway? Kitty. Oh my! What an adorable little cat! Perhaps he's looking after all the books while his master's away. I don't know about that. He disappeared into that pile of books as quick as a flash. It was a tricolor Mickey, wasn't it? Do they even have that sort of cat here in Britain? Perhaps Mr. Natsume brought the little creature with him from Japan. That's made me feel homesick now. Already? We've only been in the country for 2 days. The desk seems to be wedged into crevices between the mountains of books on either side. I suppose... let's see... I suppose Mr. Natsume would sit here and read while stroking his cat. But surrounded on all sides by these towering old tomes? Surely he dreamt of books every night as well. Yes, he must have done, mustn't he? Oh, what's this? It's a receipt from a second-hand bookshop. Your books. Oh yes, Mr. Natsume's name is on it. Look, and the date of purchase. Ah, 2 days ago at 4:45 p.m. That's the day of the incident. That's just a short while before we... let's see. That's just a short while before he was embroiled in the terrible attack. He must have been on his way back from buying some old books. There he is. Ah! Look, Mr. Naruhodo! Aha! There he is. Where did he appear from? He seems to be engrossed in the pages of an old book. I hope he won't mind if we disturb him. Hello, Mr. Sholmes? Ah, you two. Good day. Now, let me see. Where was it we met? Oh, Mr. Sholmes. We were together on the SS Burya. Yes, of course. The Burya. And let me see. What happened on that voyage? It was Kazuma Asogi. He died, tragically. But you were a great help to us. Ah, yes, but of course. The case of Mr. Asogi. It was the one with the snake, wasn't it? Oh. Well, you seem to remember something of it at least. What an honor to be remembered vaguely by the great Detective Herlock Sholmes. Give me just a minute. Weird. Okay. This is Mr. Oh, no, my dear madam. Hold your tongue. I pride myself on my superior powers of recollection. Your names are safely recorded in my brain attic. Mind palace? He just been it. That's funny. That's a funny joke from his mind palace in the crappy BBC show. Brain attic. Miss Naruhodo. And Mr. Susato. Try the other way around, Mr. Sholmes. I lose the first round. Wow. Where you stuff the things and forget they exist. Pretty much. That's funny. In truth, I had hoped to invite you both to my Baker Street suite the day we arrived in London. But some Scotland Yarders ambushed me at the railway station and whisked me away to a crime scene. It was an entirely trivial case, of course. I solved the matter in no more than 30 minutes. So they apprehended Sosuke-san, and in that short of an amount of time. I'm afraid the pursuance of a new case has dulled my recollection of the past involvements a little. A little? This is a mistake to think that one's brain attic has elastic walls and can distend to any extent. I do my best to forget useless facts, lest they should elbow out the useful ones. Well, that's pretty accurate to Sherlock. That's how he do. How he do. Bum 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 ba bum 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 ba bum 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 bum. All right. Yes, those are my own words of inimitable wisdom. You know, from an adventure entitled "A Study in Scarlet," a classic. Please, there's no need to quote yourself. I don't always remember my pearls of wisdom, but fortunately, my associate pens them beautifully. He means Iris, I suppose. Mr. Sholmes, we have some extremely important questions to ask you about the trivial case you just mentioned. Goodness, what an earnest expression. My dear madam, I should only be too pleased. And this murky room is an apt place to discuss the murky case. Let's have a chat. We know this to be the lodgings of a Japanese foreign student by the name of Sosuke Natsume. It seems that you assisted in his arrest, Mr. Sholmes, for the stabbing of a young woman outside here on Briar Road. Miss Natsume. Natsume. Yes, I believe it was a name rather along those lines. Mr. Natsume denies it. Was it really justifiable to arrest him on so little? I'm sorry, Mr. Sato, but I have not the slightest idea what you mean. What? I can't believe he was looking Susato-san squarely in the eye while feigning ignorance. I assure you, I am not merely feigning ignorance. It would appear as if the pair of you are under some misapprehension. Oh, how? I assure you, I have no recollection of accusing your stooped compatriot in crime of the crime. But that doesn't make sense. The good detective of Scotland Yard made the following request of me, and I quote verbatim. We need you to ascertain the identity and whereabouts of a man seen fleeing the crime scene. Ah, a man seen fleeing? There were a number of books scattered on the pavement at the scene. From the book plates, I was quickly able to determine the bookshop from which they had been purchased. When speaking with the proprietor, I was immediately led to this address. Elementary, wouldn't you say? I believe there is a receipt around here somewhere from the establishment in question. As I stumble over my words. Let's see. So you don't think Mr. Natsume is the culprit then? That I could not tell you. But it was aggravating my faculties, hence why I returned here. However, this place is such a trove of fascinating books I found myself quite lost. Bibliophily? Bibliophily. Do not be deceived into believing that I am a man of leisure. No, no, no. Oh dear. Ah, tell me. Have you encountered the landlord of these lodgings? Yes, Mr. Garrideb, a retired military man. It was the first time I've ever met a soldier from the Great British Institution, that is, the services. And it was the first time I'd ever met a maid from the Great British Institution, that is, service. I didn't think it was that funny. I do apologize. As you may well be aware, many households in London employ a maid. Yes, I read as much in my Great Britain primer. And so, conversely, whether or not a household employs a maid has come to betoken the social standing of those dwelling therein. Betoken their social standing? Sorry? Put simply, my dear fellow, those who employ at least a single maid are considered middle class. Those who do not are beneath that. In the upper echelons of society, of course, households employ enough staff to constitute a large family. Goodness, how extraordinary. As you can appreciate, for those at the precarious boundaries between the middle and lower classes, being able to afford just one maid is of the first importance. I had no idea. And it is precisely for that reason that I find great stimulation in the situation upstairs. Specifically, in the retired army veteran, Mr. John Garrideb. Oh? Affable as he is, the fellow is hiding something. Whether or not it imposes on the circumstances of this case, I am as yet unable to ascertain. I'm thoroughly lost on what he means to say. He suspects him of something, man. That's what it is. The dingy room. This room is thoroughly suffocating for the soul, my dear fellow. I assure you, any man whose lot it is to dwell in a place such as this will stab somebody sooner or later. Mr. Natsume has stabbed no one. Ah! But sooner or later, as I said. I don't believe that's the issue here. About this dark little room, Mr. Sholmes. Why is there no longer a window? Do you have any idea? No window? Well, I mean, I can clearly see that there is a window of sorts. But it's been completely blocked with bricks. Ah, I see. The answer to that question is quite simple. Window tax. Window tax? What is that? Surely, not a tax on windows. Precisely that. Oh my goodness. Is this real? Did this happen? Did they have window taxes back then? Until relatively recently, a tax was levied on households in this country by the number of their windows. Those of lesser means have inherited a sizable and costly family home, perhaps rapidly closed windows up. While the rich opened windows here, there, and everywhere. In an effort to curry favor with those in power by furnishing them with large sums of tax money. How awful and unjust, forcing people to live in rooms devoid of light. Indeed, disease was rife as a result. So some 40 years ago, or with thereabouts, the window tax was abolished. But its legacy remains, as you can see. In squalid lodgings such as these, for example. I suppose Mr. Natsume's stipend for living here in London isn't very generous, perhaps. It would appear so. I've done a little digging. discovered that these lodgings were offered at an extraordinarily low price. Because the room is so awful, I should think. Apparently, Mr. Natsume only moved here about 1 week ago. Yes, that's correct. However, I don't believe the low rent is explained by the shabby nature of the accommodation. Oh? Still, that is of little relevance here. Matter not worthy of further attention. Are you sure? I'm curious now. Well, I believe I've told you all I can now. Thank you, Mr. Sholmes. Ah, yes, Mr. Naruhodo. Was it not your intention to become a practitioner of law? You remembered that, did you? Will you perhaps be offering your services in the very matter, I wonder? To the occupant of this room, Mr. Natsume, was it? I'm not sure. Not sure? On what grounds? Well, I actually defended someone in court here only yesterday. Really? Well, then I congratulate you, sir, on an ambition realized. And so promptly, too. The thing is, it's really made me question things. Am I right to believe in my clients? To trust their innocence? Yes. Trust. Mr. Sholmes. Mr. Natsume didn't do it, did he? My dear fellow, I haven't the first idea. Oh, but I thought that's why you were here. Didn't you come back to investigate? Ah, yes. That was indeed my initial intention. But there are simply too many fascinating books here. I couldn't possibly ignore them. Oh, I see. Nevertheless, there are 2 facts I can state quite unequivocally. The man who fled the scene of the crime 2 days ago was the Japanese occupant of this room, and there are witnesses who swear to have seen the same man commit the crime. That's all I can say. Ah, and one more thing. Oh? What is it, Mr. Sholmes? Tell us. I cannot say with any certainty whether or not it is of relevance to this case, but I am quite sure that the retired army man who owns this property is hiding something. Mr. Gerardib is... Mr. Sholmes said as much before, actually, didn't he? Anyways, at present, that is really all that plays on my mind in relation to this case. Mr. Naruhodo, as yet our investigations have uncovered nothing that could help establish Mr. Natsume's innocence. No, you're right. Perhaps it's time we probed a little deeper into Mr. Gerardib's secret. Just remember, I cannot be sure whether the landlord's secret will prove to be of relevance or not. But I wish you every success, of course, Mr. Naruhodo. Busy man indeed. He's gone back to his book in the corner of the room. Hanging out and reading, huh? Yawn. Ah, you pair again. Tell me, was the detective chap, I forget his name, still hard at work down there? Mr. Herlock Sholmes? Ah, yes. Rings a vague bell. All the detective business isn't really my thing, I'm afraid. Well, Mr. Sholmes is in his element down there. Jolly good show. Another cup of tea, if you please, Joan. Now then, why don't you tell me what... Yep, it gets burned every time. For the upteenth time, woman, will you watch what you're bally well doing? I shall be serving dinner shortly, sir. Ah, yes, of course. Frightfully rude of me, but I'm afraid I shall have to ask you two to take your leave, if you'd be so kind. Oh, yes, of course. We are deeply grateful for all your assistance. Not at all, not at all. Don't get much chance to talk with young foreigners like yourselves. It's been a pleasure. Best of luck in all that. Perhaps you could see yourselves out? According to Mr. Sholmes, Mr. Gyrodeb is hiding something. And since no other avenues of investigation seem open to us at this moment, perhaps we should do some digging. What the heck? He's always doing something weird. What's he doing over there? Mr. Sholmes! Aha! We meet again, my dear fellows. Good gracious! When did you sneak in here? Herlock Sholmes, sir. At your service. Whatever were you doing by the window? I'm given to watching the evening sky as the sun sets, madam. Yet sadly, cheerful as the room downstairs undoubtedly is, it lacks an aperture for such observation. So I took the liberty of borrowing a small corner of space by the window up here. Well, keeping an eye on the window at dusk is the prudent thing to do in London, I'm gathering. Ah, and one other thing, Mr. Naruhodo. Oh, me? I thought perhaps you might be in need of a certain great detective's great mind. Wait, he's not talking about... Is he... I didn't expect to be going through that again so soon. Do you mean Mr. Sholmes? There is a mighty secret in this modest room. My eyes see even the most trivial of trifles. I take it you're prepared, Mr. Naruhodo? I think so. There is just time enough for one of my greatly admired great deductions. Let us conclude the matter before dark. Mr. Gyrodeb, though it would seem you are a military man of considerably distinguished service, your standing as a landlord is certainly not what one might call first rate. I'm afraid, sir, that it is all too clear to me. There are two conclusions I have been able to draw by careful observation of your living arrangements. I beg your pardon. The first is that even as we speak, you are concealing the presence of a ferocious beast in your care. Eh? And the second is that as a result of the beast's violent rampage, you've lost something very dear to you. Mr. Naruhodo, look! The old man's broken out in a cold sweat. Unbelievably, it seems Mr. Sholmes' conclusions are both spot on. How could you possibly... How could I possibly know, you mean to inquire? The answer couldn't be simpler, sir. For in the dense jungle of logic and reasoning, I am the king of beasts. And I know only too well that wild beasts are not easily tamed. So, shall we begin? Once again, Herlock Sholmes is proud to present his logic and reasoning spectacular. The great deduction. The game is afoot. Nature of the beast. It certainly shouldn't take a great detective to see that a fearsome beast has been on rampage of late within these four walls. Thus, we are faced with the question: what form might this beast take? For a man with a military breeding, your eyes are uncomfortably candid. Your furtive glance, Mr. Gyrodeb, leads us directly to the answer. The true nature of the beast that has run rampant here is revealed by that lion statue. Yes, though an army man, you appear unimposing at best. A fact that has fueled your admiration for the mighty lion, the king of beasts. What is this piffle, I ask you? In the end, your admiration became so great, in fact, that you had the living, breathing specimen shipped from India, which you tried to keep in this very house. What? Oh, he has a handprint on his face. I saw that. Yet living with such a wild beast proved more difficult than you had imagined. chilling traces of the wild rampage are still very much in evidence. Well. Yet as we look around, the beast in question fails to present itself. Where could this angry creature have disappeared to? Madam? Me? I pray you do not consider yourself, or you consider me unchivalrous, but it is plain to me that one glance in your direction. It is? Your dress pocket gives us a handsome clue as to the beast's current whereabouts. For protruding from it is a handbill advertising a circus show. Ah. Yes, you sought to dispose of this terrifying lion, Mr. Garrido. At Batty's Circus, a traveling show currently sojourning in a nearby park. I have observed the talents. You sold the savage lion, sir, to the circus troupe. I most certainly did not. I believe I have made my point. The fearsome beast which ran amok in this room was an Indian lion. A simple visit to the circus now will reveal the lion prancing jubilantly through a ring of fire. Rampaging Asiatic lion. Now, Mr. Garrido, it is plainly clear that you still have deep feelings for this formidable beast. Indeed, it is that blithe pose, the distress this loss has caused you is veritably tangible. Your head weighs heavy on your shoulders, the pain you feel being relieved by that supporting arm. Amidst fits of tears, you let your beloved beast go. The strain of losing something so dear to you is clearly visible in your visage. Nonsense, man! I simply... But what we must now ask ourselves is the true cause of this pain. And we need only follow the direction of your gaze to find the answer. Yes, it is this pile of bills that has given the rise to the pain you suffer. Every envelope contains another demand for payment. Ah! For cartloads of meat, potatoes, wheat, and tea. Indeed, feeding your beloved has had a devastating impact on the financial circumstances of your household. And so, you had no choice but to let it go. Yes, well, Now, in a final fit of rage, the ferocious beast carried out one last unimaginable attack. Unimaginable? The aftermath of which can clearly be seen observing the carpet over there. A very expensive woolen carpet, if I am not mistaken. Oh dearie me. What could have caused such a destructive outburst? Ah. This time, madam, I'm afraid it is you who has inadvertently revealed the truth to me. Your wandering eye has settled upon the answer very neatly indeed. Yes! To explain the dire state of the carpet, we need only look at the Tower of Cakes. Ah. There is no creature more dangerous on this earth than a beast with an unsatiated appetite. Was it or was it not once said by a certain noble woman, if they have no bread, let them eat cake? What? He's like going nowhere with this. Food is at the heart of all tragedy, in fact. Whatever do you mean? Having tired of the taste of cake, the beast began to stalk its next prey. I'm sure I need not spell out the nature of the final act of destruction carried out by the beast. There is only one logical conclusion. Worked into a frenzy by hunger, the lion attacked and ate the carpet. What? The teeth marks in the carpet are a perfect match with those of a lion I once saw in India. Okay. Well, obviously that's not true. We need to figure out what the heck the deal is. Thus concludes Herlock Sholmes' great deduction of this beastly puzzle. What is the matter with you, Joan? You're pouring the scalding hot tea all over me. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Garadeb. I'm afraid I didn't notice. My deductions can be startlingly sharp. Stands reason that your cup runneth over. Indeed, my revelations can make people spill tears at times, too. Oh? Mr. Sholmes, sorry to butt in again, but can I make an observation? Why, certainly, Mr. Naruhodo. What is it? Again. Well, your deductions just now... Do you really think a lion could have fit inside a room this size? Indeed. It is the only explanation for the facts. The terrifying truth all too often lies beyond the realms of common sense. But wouldn't it be an idea to consider what lies inside the realm of common sense as well? But if an uncaged lion had run amok in this very room, surely Mr. Garadeb and his maid would have been hurt, or worse. Ah, that's where you are stuck. No doubt the former military man held his own against the beast, using that large cannon. I thought you said that they sold the lion to the circus. And what about the food? Meat and potatoes are one thing. But I don't believe I've ever heard of a lion that drinks tea. Ah, my dear Susato. It occurs to me with some regularity that irrespective of race and breeding, whenever anyone lands on Great British soil, they are infused with a highly appropriate taste for afternoon tea. So, okay, just a good thing to know. If we ever go to Britain, you are immediately infused with the thirst for tea. What a glorious notion! Well then, Mr. Naruhodo. It's your turn to shine again. I had a feeling that was coming. A slight massage. That's all Mr. Sholmes' deductions need. You can do it. Excellent. I've been waiting for my trusty partner in deduction to step forward, Mr. Naruhodo. We don't even know yet whether or not this is going to help with Mr. Natsume's case. Still. Uncovering the truth is always worthwhile, whatever the motivation. At least that's what I want to believe. Let us start again. From the beginning of Herlock Sholmes' Logic and Reasoning Spectacular. Hold it, Mr. Sholmes. It certainly shouldn't take... Okay, yeah. I really didn't see the lion thing coming. No, but if you observe Mr. Garadeb's reaction, it rather seems as though some beast did indeed run amok here in this room. Yes, something with a very fierce nature. But it couldn't have been a lion transported from India. So what was it then? We must follow Mr. Garadeb's gaze. That will lead us to the true answer. What's this? Oh, did he marry his maid? What's this photograph? It appears to be from Mr. Garadeb's wedding. He looks very happy, doesn't he? He does, but you can't make out his bride. No, how unfortunate. Something must have struck the glass directly over the woman's face. I wonder what happened. Probably best not to delve too deeply here. Yeah, but I think this has something to do with it.
Take that!
Oh, that was wrong. I think. Behind the lion statue on the mantelpiece, almost deliberately hidden from view, is a photograph. Though I have yet to examine it in detail, I can assure you that it holds the answer. Because I'm employing an extremely advanced detection technique called jumping to conclusions, you see. What? What precisely was your intention with that, Mr. Naruhodo? Just following the natural progression of the deduction. Sometimes the truth hurts. Well, the truth is, you don't have a turn for observation or deduction. Did that hurt? Yes. A lot. Wow. That had to hurt. Well. Let's see. Maybe it wasn't the photograph. Is it the mortar shells? It had to be the mortar shells.
Take that!
Yep. No? What am I missing here? These are shells for a cannon, aren't they? What a strange place to keep them. I imagine they have some significance to Mr. Garadeb from his time in the army. Ah, of course. He mentioned a battle to us before, didn't he? Do you remember? He said he had been shot in the knee. Perhaps it was by one of these that hit him. If around this side had hit his knee, there'd be nothing left of it. Or Mr. Garadeb, for that matter. Mr. Sholmes has a Persian slipper. And this man has spent shells. Perhaps it's customary in Britain to display, well, rubbish on the mantelpiece. Okay, we've looked at those. What am I missing? Well, this is the lion statue that Mr. Sholmes picked out. Yes, I wonder. Perhaps if you did live with a lion, it would prove to be a rather sweet companion. I think that's like a mouse trying to tell its family that the cat around the house is sweet. I suppose it is a bit of a flight of fancy, isn't it? Anyway, the beast we're looking for is something else. Let's have a good look around. Yeah, but I've looked around. I've literally looked at everything. There's nothing else to interact with. I presented this and it was wrong. I presented the shells and it was wrong. The only thing I could present is the lion statue. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do the lion statue. Nope. Of course not. Yeah, I have no idea. We've already obliterated like 3. I have no clue, man. Oh, we can explore. Oh, okay. What? It didn't give me this option before.
Take that!
I had to look at the photo. The true nature of the beast that has run rampant here is revealed by that newlywed bride. Precisely, Mr. Naruhodo. No other explanation could have possibly fit. Yes, this framed print pictures your wife, Mr. Garrideb. And while we lament the fact that her face is obscured, we can still make out her mighty arms and note the considerable horsepower they must contain. What? Oh, indeed. Surely any woman of such powerful constitution would be honored to be described as a beast. Honored might be a stretch. Might be stretching a point. Too late. The fact remains that the beast which so clearly savaged this room was your wife, Mr. Garrideb. The chilling traces of a wild rampage are still very much in evidence. Well, yet as we look around, the beast in question fails to present itself. Where could this angry creature have disappeared to? Madam? Me? I pray you do not consider me unchivalrous, but it is... Oh, yeah. The poor, fragile, defenseless woman is beside herself. Well, I don't know about fragile. Oh, dear. Anyway, Mr. Sholmes is quite right. There's no sign of Mrs. Garrideb anywhere. But it seems there might be a clue as to her whereabouts. A clue that this maid is trying to hide. I wonder where Mr. Garrideb's wife could be. That certainly does appear to be a circus handbill poking out from her pocket. Batty's Circus, currently performing shows in a park not far from here. You don't think... Surely Mr. Garrideb didn't sell his wife to the circus. Mr. Naruhodo, how could you even think of such a thing? I was only joking. Besides, I would have gone with, do you think he fed her to his pet lion? That's somehow worse. Wedding ring. The maid is his wife. She's wearing a very large ring, look. Oh yes, a sunflower design with some rather nice embellishments. And it's on the ring finger of her left hand, which means it's surely a wedding ring. It looks like it's on there for life too. I can't imagine it would slide off of a finger that size. That's something to think. That's something to think, Mr. Naruhodo, not to say. Do you know Mr. Garrideb's wife in the photograph had a ring very much like this one? It was a large sunflower design as well. Really? You have a great memory for these things. A large sunflower wedding ring. It's quite a coincidence that they have the same ring, isn't it?
Take that!
Now we're getting it. Your wedding ring gives us a handsome clue to the beast's current whereabouts. Ah! Indeed it does. The flowery band gleaming on your finger gives you away. For it is identical to the one shown on the hand of the Mr. Garrideb's bride in this photographic print. In other words, you are no ordinary housemaid. No. You are Mr. Garrideb's lucky bride. You are Miss Garrideb herself. Oh my word! Well, jolly fine detecting, sir. As you rightly surmised, this is the wife. Yes, my Joan. Rather let herself go, you might say, but she was a bally corkerback. Bruh. It would appear that you don't live in the most comfortable of circumstances. After all, you are a retired army man, yet you are in the business of renting out rooms. would assume, therefore, you have insufficient means to employ a maid. Would that be correct? It's not right, I tell you. I was the 2nd lieutenant of the 3rd Regiment. A man has his pride, don't you know? By golly, it's a sorry thing when a chap can't even afford to have a single maid in his employ. Yes, here in London, one is rather judged. A household cannot be considered worthy of society if it employs no staff at all. Though in my considered opinion, such concerns about appearances are folly. You mean Mr. Gerda has his wife work as his maid? Precisely. Am I right, Mr. Gerda? Only in company, obviously. But listen here. This must remain a secret. Tip-top secret. Please. Interesting. Now, what happened? Now, Mr. Gerardib. Feelings is the indeed the blithe pose of distress. Mr. Sholmes is quite something. He's still calling Mr. Gerardib's wife a beast. Yes, as a woman, that feels rather uncomfortable. But Miss Gerardib is standing beside her husband as we speak. In other words, he hasn't lost his beloved at all, has he? Oh, how true. So perhaps that supporting arm that seems to be propping up his head has some other significance then. According to Mr. Sholmes, Mr. Gerardib's pain is tangible, though. What could that pose of his really signify? That handprint on his face, probably? Ah, it's in the way. There we go.
Take that!
Your head weighs heavy on your shoulders, the pain you feel being revealed by that slapped cheek. And of course, the deliverance of that impressive mark on your cheek that refuses to fade. Was you, Madame Joan Gerardib? Well, yes. You've been desperate to hide the slap mark on your cheek, sir. Ugh. How the blazes? How did you work that out, man? Nothing escapes the notice of the one trained in the art of observation, my dear fellow. That's why you haven't looked directly at us even once. To keep your other side from view. Well, Now, let us proceed to the next conundrum. Why were you subjected to such a violent slap? In other words, we must ask ourselves what caused Madame Gerardib to fly into a rage. And we need only follow the direction of your gaze to find the answer. Yes, it is this pile of bills. Okay, yeah, so it's not the pile of bills. We know that. Didn't Mr. Sholmes say the bills were all for lion fodder? Yes, but now we've established that the lion never existed, which can only mean that the thing responsible for the gobbling up all that food was Mr. Gerardib's... Mr. Naruhodo, she's a person, not a thing. Yes, well... She's also a person who gave her husband a mighty slap around the face. One so hard that it left a perfect hand mark, in fact. Yes, why would a woman want to hit her husband with such force, I wonder? I'd love to know the answer to that question. Oh, he's got a mistress. Why did I not see that coming at all? Totally saw that coming. Ah, someone must be reading this book at the moment. There's a bookmark here, look. Mr. Gerardib is clearly an avid reader. Oh, wait a minute. I don't think he's so much of a reader, dude. I don't think this is a bookmark. Oh no, so it isn't. It's a note written in a woman's hand. Oh, James, I love you. Yours, Mary. And look, next to the signature here. Lip marks, made with lipstick. Oh, what a passionate and romantic gesture. Don't get any ideas, Susato-san. Oh dear, I'm sorry. So this bookmark is actually a love note then.
Take that!
Yes, it is this love note that's given rise to the pain you suffer. Oh, James, I love you. Yours, Mary. Passionate indeed. Perhaps the sender of this note, a certain Miss Mary, is the fly in the ointment here. Bam! She got him. Gah! But I don't know the bully woman. You don't know her? That note was wasn't written to me. It was in the book. I don't know how it got there. It was just in there, you say. That's right. That's what I've been trying to... A likely story. Now listen here, Joan, old thing. I explained at the time. Bought the book at the second-hand place, and the note must have already been in there. So, previous owner of the book was using the note as a bookmark, you mean? Or a bookmark, you mean? That's right. That's what I've been trying to say. A likely story. For heaven's sake, woman! Look at the name! It's written to James! My name, in case you've forgotten, is John! Ah! A likely story. Are you questioning my name now? Man, he'd get the crap beaten out of him. So there we have it. Arouse the suspicion of the female heart, and you unleash a beast with the most ferocious bite. Ugh. Now, in a final fit of rage, the ferocious beast carried out one last imaginable attack. Unimaginable? The aftermath of which can clearly... There's a candle. It got burned, not bitten. Very expensive woolen carpet. This time, madam, I'm afraid it was you... It's not the cakes. It's something else. But what? What indeed? Bum 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 bum. But surely Miss Garrideb didn't eat the carpet. No, of course not. But there doesn't seem to be any doubt that the state of disarray in this room The state of disarray that this room is in is a result of her wild temper. Sorry, I'm like out of it today. No, that's true. So this is the last part of Mr. Sholmes' deduction that we need to fix. We need only follow Mrs. Garrideb's gaze that will tell us the real answer. Let's see what we can see. This is an advertising for that circus. Batty's Circus. It's in a nearby park. Isn't this the same as the one we saw earlier? The one that was folded up in Mrs. Garrideb's pocket? Perhaps they're very great circus lovers? It couldn't be that the Hungry Lion is somehow involved again here, could it? Oh dear, I do hope not. Yeah, it's the candle.
Take that!
Yes, to explain the dire state of the carpet, we need only look at the candlestick. Most illuminating, my dear fellow. And of course, the only possible way out of this logical labyrinth. Yes, the remnants of a ferocious attack in which the carpet was devoured are clearly visible. Indeed they are. The scorch marks on the edge clearly give the truth away. Scorch marks? It would appear that this room was the scene of a little marital altercation. Mrs. Garrideb's mighty arm muscles left an impression not only on her husband's face, but on the entire room. The force of her strike caused a candle to fall from the holder. And in seconds, the carpet was alight, and the whole corner of the room was in flames. Yes. For the most ferocious beast in this world is neither a violent lion nor a vengeful woman, but fire. And in this room, that ferocious beast bared its claws and ran amok. Eloquently put, my dear fellow. So you see, there is but one conclusion here. After the sparks of marital discord flew, this room was the scene of a fire. Mr. Sholmes, sir, I salute you! Okay. Why'd you just pass out, dude? Deduction complete. Do 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 do. In these dashed long winter nights, you know, nothing to do but read in front of the fire. Luckily, there's a jolly good second-hand bookshop just around the corner. Buy all my old novels there. In the pages of one particular novel, discovered some rather illicit material, for which your wife admonished you harshly, it seems. Don't know about admonished. Demolished might be rather closer to the mark. And beast is most certainly an apt. Ah! Here we go again. And the carpet. Was that destroyed by the fire when a candle fell on the floor? Afraid to say it was. Happened in the blink of an eye, you know. The whole place filled with smoke. Couldn't see a bally thing. Was caught between the old stick's rage and the raging flames. Paint a torrid picture, sir. One that would have been most entertaining. That's sympathy for you. Didn't take long for the fire to spread, of course. The bally furniture started going up as well. Had to hide the mess behind the screen for the time being. Over there, Mr. Garrideb? Well, you have nothing more to hide now, if you'll allow me. Had all my favorite novels in that case. As soon as the fire got hold of them, that was it. Whoosh! Up in smoke. Gosh. And the wife started hurling things at me. What a terrible sight it must have been. There was I, back up against the window, under heavy enemy fire, incendiary books coming tens to the dozen. And worst of it is, I lost my favorite book called The Lion's Pride. The Lion's Pride. Ah yes! Your notorious love of big cats coming through again. I assure you, the title didn't influence my choice in the slightest. So the poor man really did lose something dear to him as a result of the ferocious beast's rampage. Mr. Sholmes' deductions turned out to be correct once again. It can only be described as a great British wonder. I tell you, it was total carnage. Flames everywhere, and the old stick in the fool fiddle. Out of interest, what time of day was that? Not sure I can remember. It was 2 days ago now? Let's see. Around 5 o'clock, I think. So at exactly the same time as a terrifying incident was unfolding outside your window on the street below. Even more terrifying on the inside, I can assure you. The whole of Blightly could have been flattened outside my window at that moment, and I wouldn't have noticed a dashed thing. Oh, really? Mr. Sholmes? Yes, Mr. Naruhodo? What can I do for you? Well, I think we've got to the bottom of Mr. Garrett's situation now, but what does it have to do with Mr. Natsume's circumstances? I can't help you there, I'm afraid. What? My dear fellow, if you recall, I did say as much from the outset. I warned you that, although I knew the retired army man had to be hiding something, I could not be sure of whether his secret would prove to be of relevance or not. I just knew you were going to say that. Now, Mr. Naruhodo, you mustn't lose heart. Bear in mind that all things fall into one of only two categories. Those relevant to the case, and those not. That makes no sense to me. Well, no matter. It is of far greater importance that you make up your mind now. Sorry? Visiting hours at the prison will soon be over? Oh no, is it that time already? For to accept Mr. Natsume's case, we have official paperwork to attend to. So that's it. No more time to think. Perhaps you'd like to betake yourselves to bidding us farewell now? I must prepare supper for Mr. Garrett. Oh, yes, I'm so sorry. Thank you both very much for your time. Tosuke-san will be waiting for us. And I'm going to have to give him an answer. Ouch. Freya. It's time, Mr. Naruhodo. We must hurry back to the prison. Yes, I know. Let's hail a car. Oh? What's the matter? It looks like something's going on over there in front of the Garrett's house. Who the heck is this guy? I know thee not, old man. Fall to my prayers. Fall to thy prayers. Who you calling an old man, you rum-looking niminy-piminy? There are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, than are dreamt of in your philosophy. Who's this Horatio fella, eh? What are you on about? Excuse me? What the? Who are you now? I'm sorry, it just looked as though there might be some problem here. And my associate here, Mr. Ryunosuke Naruhodo, is a lawyer, you see. A lawyer? What? If I can be of any assistance, I'd be happy to help. I'm from Japan, but I have studied English law. Fine, I'll be on my way for today. But you mark my words. This ain't over yet. Get thee to a nunnery. Do I look like a bloomin' nun to you? These character designs are ridiculous. This guy. I do hope you're not injured. Oh, fair Eastern maiden, thou art so gentle. Thank you. What was that all about? There are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, than are dreamt of in your philosophy. I'm not Horatio either. Forgive the inquiry, sir, but are you a lodger here? In the Gerteb residence? O fair Eastern maiden, thou art so right. Yes, I do dwell in this humble abode. Mr. Gerteb mentioned that he might had another lodger, didn't he? This must be that man. Do you happen to know the other lodger who lives on the first floor? Ah, yes. Gentleman named Natsume. Oh, more worthy a columnist of my battle of words ne'er could there be. Sorry, battle, did you say? Who is the stronger, Hamlet or Macbeth? Mr. Natsume and I sparred long into the night. I see. I don't fully understand, but it seems Mr. Natsume and this gentleman are acquaintances at least. So, fair maiden, so good gentleman, I can tarry here no longer. Fare thee well. They're like poets? He's also a poet, I think. Probably. I didn't really understand him, but I think he's returned to his room. It seems he's unaware of what's happened to Mr. Natsume, so he can't really help us. Mr. Sosuke-san and that man as lodgers. The Gerteb house is certainly full of eccentrics. Anyway, I'll go and find a carriage. Yes, I'm sure Mr. Natsume is eagerly waiting our return. Let's hope we can get to the prison before visiting hours are over. Oh, it's you. Are you here? You came. Locum student, Mr. Naruhodo, Esquire. I can't believe you came back. I'm so touched. We're so sorry to have kept you waiting, Mr. Natsume. Oh, no. Nothing of it. Relax. If I were a cat, I would purr with pleasure at the company of such fine compatriots. Noble, nurturing, never failing Nipponese. Oh, now, let's not get carried away. Oh, I quite agree. There is nothing more reassuring than the familiarity of one's land. On the other hand, it is through friendship and transcending international borders that one truly appreciates the fact. Such is my beliefs, at least. It's you! The miserable, rotten spy! Her airlock Sholmes! Mr. Sholmes, what are you doing here? I have no intention of doing anything, per se. Say observing, of course. Whatever do you mean, Mr. Sholmes? Poor Natsume, he's like freaking out. Well, having encountered some curious reading material in that gloomful room, and having unmasked the secret identity of that eccentric pair, I decided I should drop in on my way home, to see how our divested friend is faring. Gloomful room? At least your accommodations here offers a window, my dear fellow. In that sense, it is the superior option. Anyway, I must commend you on your taste in books. My day has been a delight, and cost me not a penny. You! How dare you! Airlock Sholmes! I've had it. I'm through. I'm at the end of my rope. Should never have come to Great Britain. It's a terrible mistake. Haunted by spirits in those accursed lodgings. No doubt my luck will be cursed in tomorrow's trial as well. My whole life has been damned! What are you thinking, Mr. Naruhodo? He mentioned that once before, didn't he? That his lodgings were cursed, I mean? And there's much truth in Mr. Mustache's words. What? Cursed is a wholly appropriate description, I would say. For the man's lodgings, and indeed for tomorrow's trial. What's that supposed to mean? Oh, right, he is being taken down by the Reaper of the Bailey, what they call her. Mr. Natsume, did you mean by what you said just now? About the trial tomorrow being cursed? Oh no. Why are you looking so grave? You're making me nervous. I was just getting carried away, that's all. I didn't mean anything by it. Oh, I see. That really agitated him. You don't mean the trial really is cursed tomorrow somehow? Are you referring to the prosecutor, the Reaper of the Bailey? The Reaper? Oh no. What do you mean? Please, tell me. Summarize it succinctly in 16 salient words. No defendant has ever survived a trial in which the Reaper stands for the prosecution. Ever. Oh my goodness, can it really be true? That was 16 words exactly. Was it? I gotta go check that actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Wow. That's funny, it really was. Yesterday, Mr. Naruhodo successfully defended someone against the Reaper, but then, after the trial was over, the defendant passed away in unusual circumstances. Mr. McGilded. What? Ah, I'm impressed, Mr. Sutton. You have an eye for detail. Actually, the Lord Chief Justice told us. Mr. Sholmes? Surely it can't be that, having failed to have the accused convicted, Lord Van Zieks killed the man himself. Oh no, he couldn't have, surely. You have some wonderful notions. Sorry? The man isn't a mass murderer. He's a court prosecutor, my dear fellow. Oh, yes. Why, of course he is. Of course he is? Then why are you trying to scare me? It could be said, however, that the real truth about the man is even more terrifying than your hypothesis. What on earth do you mean by that? Van Zieks is quite an exceptional man. However, in London courts of law, exceptional does not equate to winning every case without exception. Ah, that's good. Suzuki-san looks like he's going to cry tears of joy. As you are no doubt aware, in a British criminal trial, there is both a judge and a jury. The judge officiates based on the letter of the law, whilst the jury offers the public opinion and common sense. It is an excellent system, whereby the defendant's guilt is considered from several points of view. However, public opinion, in particular, is somewhat easily manipulated. Right. Criminals, and corrupt lawyers for that matter, can use it to their advantage. By any means at their disposal, contriving evidence, calling impostors as witnesses, and so on. By such underhanded means, those who would want to are able to sway the jury, which means that even in the light of irrefutable evidence, the prosecution can fail. But it means the wrong verdict can be passed. And sadly, is from time to time, my dear madam. It is simply the reality of the situation. And that's alright? However, those indicated by Lord Van Zieks cannot escape justice. Their fate is sealed. Oh my. Though the adjudication may seem to have left the courtroom with their freedom, within months, they all disappear. It is most striking. Disappear? But how? Ah, by all manner of misfortune, sir. Perhaps they are trampled under a passing carriage. Perhaps they fall into the Thames and drown. Perhaps they are all suddenly overcome by a raging fever, or perhaps attacked by highwaymen. Oh no. All examples of the reality of the events here in London, I'm afraid, Mr. Naruhodo. I knew it. I'm a dead dodo. Done for. Doomed! You'll survive, buddy. I believe in you. When you said accursed lodgings before, you were referring to your room at Mr. Gerard's house, I assume. Do you mean to say you believe the place is cursed? It's been a year now since I came to Britain. But I'd only... Yeah. But I'd only been in London a week before I started to notice strange feelings in myself. That didn't take long then. Everywhere I looked, there were foreign faces staring at me, laughing behind my back. I was sure people were talking about me. I started to become nervous about going outside. They were always staring at me, all the time, from dawn till dusk. So I shut myself away in my room. But even that didn't help. The fear wouldn't go away. You must have been very lonely having been away from your homeland for such a long time. I've had to move a number of times. Most recently, to the room on Briar Road, a week ago now. Yes. Why did you choose there? It seems a little inconvenient. The rent is cheap. I have little money. It appealed to me straight away. Of course, I asked why it was so affordable. The landlord just simpered and said, "The room is cursed." Oops. He quickly tried to cover his mistake, but was too late. So I told him, "If you have something to say, then say it. But if not, don't mention it in the first place." Yes, well said. But it was true. It was all true. You mean the room really is cursed then? Ever since I moved into that windowless hellhole, my sleep has been plagued with nightmares. I wake feeling as though I've been choked to death. In my waking hours, people are stabbed in front of me as I walk down the street. I'm branded a killer, thrown in prison. Nobody wants to know me. I'm surrounded by scary, sinister spirits. If only there was someone, just one person on my side. No one can find it in his or her heart to believe in me. Really, no one at all? To believe. Yes. To believe. We'll take your case. Mr. Sholmes? Ah, me, Mr. Naruhodo? Pray, what can I do for you? It's about the case on the SS Burya, if you recall. The Burya. Ah, that case. The one with the snake. Well, yes. At that time, I was the suspect, but you believed in me and listened to my side of the story, and you helped us to investigate. I did? Did I? Interesting. What I want to know is, why? Why did you believe me? I see, yes. You mean, because you were a grimly dressed, shady Eastern fellow found with the victim in a locked room. Well, if you like, yes. I'm a little surprised that answer requires explanation, my dear fellow. It's quite simple, really. You said, I didn't do it. But I could have been lying. Surely you must have had your doubts. You must have suspected me a little. I think perhaps you have misunderstood. I neither recall believing in you, nor that in which you were telling me. What? You see, the only things I believe in are those I choose to believe in. What? What do you mean, Mr. Sholmes? I make up my own mind about what is to be believed and what is not. If I should like to believe in something, I do. The circumstances can hang as far as I'm concerned. But I could have betrayed your trust. In that case, I should have made an elementary error of judgment, nothing more. Betrayal of trust is an overused excuse, in my opinion. Meaning? Whether or not one should trust another is, in the final analysis, down to oneself. It is a matter of whether or not one can trust oneself. Yes! Yes! He's right! He's right! locum student, Mr. Naruhodo Esquire. Whether or not I can believe in myself. A defense lawyer is only as good as his faith in his client. And that comes down to how much faith he has in himself. You were right, Cosmo. Well, my dear fellows, it's time we were leaving, I believe. Already? Visiting hours are over. The guard will be here shortly to escort us out. There is a restaurant near here that serves excellent trout. Would you care to join me? Oh dear, there's never enough time, is there? Mr. Natsume, if you'd like, in the trial tomorrow, I'd be happy to represent you. The locum student, Mr. Naruhodo Esquire. As I said, I only experienced the British courtroom for the first time yesterday, and although the man I was representing was found not guilty, I lost sight of something crucial. Something crucial? What to believe in? The defendant? Justice or the truth? How to believe, even. But I think I've finally worked it out. I've decided I must believe in myself above all else, to trust my instincts. Yes, Mr. Naruhodo. My instincts are telling me that you, Mr. Natsume, are innocent of this crime. And it's imperative that we prove that in court. Locum student, Mr. Naruhodo Esquire. I will fight for your innocence till the bitter end, with every weapon available to me. So I hope you'll permit me to represent you tomorrow. As I said when we first met, I'd like to entrust my fate to someone who will listen to me in my native tongue. Of course, Mr. Natsume. It would be fair to say, Mr. Naruhodo, that your mind was, in many ways, made up from the outset. You merely needed the events of today to fully realize it. Yes, I think you're right about that. It's been a roundabout journey, but I got there in the end. Miss Susato, yes? Would you be willing to stand by my side tomorrow and help me in court? Absolutely. As I said this morning, you may consider me your personal judicial assistant. Cute. The shocking events of yesterday's trial still weigh heavily on my mind, but it's time to stop looking backwards. Kazuma believed in me, and Mr. Sholmes believes in me now too. So it's time. Time that I learned to believe in myself. Soseki-san has no one. He's all alone, so it's my job to help him, to fight his corner. Tomorrow, in the courtroom, with all the strength I can muster. To be continued. Alright, we're gonna switch games in a second, but I gotta go get a drink. Get some water or something. I'm gonna switch over to the Tales of, what is it, Arise? Tales of Arise demo, and try that out. So yeah, we're gonna give that a shot. But yeah, cute. Alright, I will be right back. Thank you for the follow, Hosky-chan. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. We'll be right back. I'm just grabbing a drink of water and stuff.
Well, off we go. Just great. Right.
Don't get careless.
Don't tell me.
Here's another. Let the marksman handle this. You gotta stay rescue. You gotta get the cover, okay?
Dragon shell.
Thunder ray.
This one keeps charging us.
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Got it. I'll leave it to you. Take I'll finish you here and now. We got the advantage.
Good. Just have to make sure we keep it.
Don't worry, cause law's on.
Now.
Rinwell! Demon's Descent! Flashing Fang!
Easy. Way to go.
I'm on it! Dragon Shell! I'm on it! Inferno Punch!
You do it.
Here I come! There you go! Rising!
Great.
These bad guys really don't mess around.
Get lost.
That's enough! No!
Here.
Dragon Shell! Come on, come on!
Eagle Drive. Airborne Beast. My special.
That's enough! I'll finish you here and now!
We got fire.
I've got this. Let a marksman handle it.
All yours.
Thankful arrow!
We're in the home stretch, guys.
What she said? Eyes on the prize.
That focus goes double for you, Rob.
Me? How come I get singled
I
out?
don't know what I'd do without you.
Perhaps now isn't the time.
I really don't. Just beat me to it.
Gotta be quick, or I'll take them all myself.
Oh, like hell you will.
Like we're gonna lose to small fry.
need!
Demon Fang!
There! Pathetic!
You're finished! There's something in the water.
What?
Right. Anyway. Got it.
Come on, guys. We've got lots to do.
Training paid off.
This should be a good place to fight.
Wow, Kisara. It's so... There's more where that came from.
Look what I just found.
I wonder what we'll find out there this time. Most likely Zoogles, I would reckon.
Get behind me.
This ends now! There you go, Alvin! I'm right beside you! Whoa, now! We barely managed to turn that back. You don't need to stop. Why? I'll put more faith in you then.
I certainly will not be able to.
This ends now! As impressive as always. No, I mean, you're even better than ever. I've never seen you on This ends now!
That's some power you wield.
You're the one who did the heavy lifting.
Whew. I don't sense any more enemies.
I guess I was muted. Sorry. Hi, how are you, Iroh?
Hey.
Yes!
I get. Hey.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, I was muted, apparently. Didn't know.
Okay, off we go.
I'm not sure how I feel about this game. I was considering getting it, but I don't know if I'm actually going to do it now. I don't know. We'll have to see. Well, now you do what? Have to get the game? I don't know about that. Psychonauts 2 is coming out, and I already have that, and I'm waiting for it to come out. It comes out this next... I think it comes out the same day. Doesn't it? I think it comes out the 26th. They come out on the same day. Either way, I'm probably going to be playing a lot of Psychonauts, because Psychonauts 1 was one of my favorite games. Ooh, let's see. Psychonauts? Oh. That you was muted. Oh, yeah, no, yeah. Well, not anymore. So. Not anymore. That's a big scary thing. Let's go fight it.
You can tell it's tough just looking at it.
Yep.
Yeah, it'd probably mess us up good.
Nah, we're gonna mess it up.
Why'd you human?
To stop you dying?
Okay. This game is really spamming. I might need to turn the difficulty up or something, but it's like Tales of Grace's F so far has been like the only Tales of game that I've really liked the combat of the most. Tales of Symphonia is also really good.
Every time we step forward, something pushes us back.
Oh, I'm stunned. Oh shit, I died. I'm alive! I died. Again. There's so many light effects. If you can turn the effects down, it'd be better. Jump out of the way, guys. Don't just stand in front of them. You doofuses. I guess I'm just gonna lay here and floor tank. Hey, it's like the FF14 experience whenever you die. Why are you just standing there? She's dead. All allies have died. And I guess you just wake up.
not done yet.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
I always hear you muttering to yourself.
Oh,
whenever we're in
interesting.
battle. So,
They still have the party
just
chat.
What are you saying?
Why do you want
I
to
guess
know?
it wouldn't be Tails if they
Does
didn't.
it bother you or something?
Not really. It's just the way you talk is sometimes kind of creepy. So I was wondering if you vent. Are you yelling, "You stupid jerk," or something like that to pump yourself up?
What? No, that's not what's happening.
That owl
during my
looks so done.
incantations. I'm just focused, so I match my tone to fit the mood of whatever I'm trying to invoke.
Invoke?
How do I put it? Basically, the elemental astral energy behind each art.
Astral energy? Hold on. Are you saying you can talk to astral?
Not exactly. But if I put emotion into what I say, it's easier for me to properly cast my art.
Cut.
Wait.
Okay. I don't know if I'm into this. I don't know if I'm into this. I don't know if I'm into this. I think we might switch over to Monhan. I'm just not finding the game very fun. Oh, let me switch games real quick. Sorry, guys. Didn't mean to, like, pull something up with the, expecting me to, excited to watch me play it, and then I'm like, well, changing it. Let's switch to Monhan. Yeah, there we go. Alright, it said it. It's good. We're good. Sweet. Alright, close. Monster Hunter. Sweet. Oh, you know what? You know what I should do? Hold on. Where is it? Oh. Shoot, hold on a second. I gotta... Boop. Oop. There we go. Nice. Sweet. Ooh. There we go. And then... There. Sweet. We're good. What was I trying to do? Oh, right. I need to get that Nergigante armor. I'm trying to get the Nergigante layered armor. And I'm leveling up my the ice and the guiding lands so I can fight Ruiner. Yeah, let's do here. Whoop, that's not supposed to happen. Stream hiccups. All right. What's here? Hey, Goo. How are you? Let's do Stygian. Nice. Attack up. Good stuff. Right, and I have my items. Yep, we're good. Cool. Oh, and I need hot drinks. Not cool ones. There we go. Whoosh. Jello. Boom, 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 boom. Whoop. Where is... There we go. Sweet. Oh, hey, there you are. What's up, buddy? I should have got my buffs up, but I didn't. Wow, that landed. I didn't think that was going to land. I mean, I'll take it. Oof. Oop, tried to tackle, but I wasn't quick. Animation wasn't fast enough. Shit. God damn it. Icicles. Don't worry, we'll just sit over here and flinch under these icicles. That's cool. Where's my null berries? There they are. He's asleep? Oh, okay. Okay. Nap times. Fuck. Fuck. Ow. This is going very smoothly. What the fuck? Ouch. Ouch. Yeah, we'll just soften up his claw. Ouch. Boosh. God damn it, those fucking icicles. Take it. Alright, we'll take it. Cease. That was good. Ah, his claw. Trying to hit his head. Oh well, we'll take it. There it is. Got it. Hi, Buckaroony. Come on, Bucko. Fuck. Fuck it. There we go. Nice. Oh, he's knocked out finally. Oh, I was gonna... Okay. We'll take it. I keep forgetting to wallbang. Like, that's not a mechanic in Rise, so I forgot about it entirely. Fuck. With. With. There we go. I love the drum solo whenever you mount. I miss it a lot. satisfying. Good stuff. Bum, 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 bum. Alright. What else do we want to summon to the... Ooh. No, we don't want to do that. I just want to report it. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, hey, that got us a lot of points. Let's get Velkhana. Wait, that's right. Whenever it's, I remember the rule is as long as it's, you get more points from stuff you can only hunt in that region. So like if you can hunt it in multiple regions, you don't get as many points. Shrieking Legiana, that sounds not fun. Barioth could be alright. Let's do... Oh, hey, we can do Stygians. We're going to do Stygian again. Hope you guys don't mind watching me farm Stygian. I need to make his laird as well, so it'll work out all in the end. It'll all work out in the end. Restock, yes. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, I guess I need to drink another hot drink. Didn't I summon Stygian? Where's my... There he is. Oh, yeah, it's my fireproof mantle that I have. Ah! We'll try to get them both. YOLO. I need more crystal wares. There it is. There we go. Ouch. Fuck. Ow. Very off, chill. Get it? That was really, really lame. I'm gonna die. Ah! Where's my null berries? There they are. As I get turned into ice again. I'm out of it. I'm out of breath. Ow. Hold up a minute. Damn it. Stop it. Thought maybe. Fuck. I thought maybe. How did that completely miss? Oh, we don't need that. We need this. I missed my wire bugs. Where's the berry off? There he is. Ah! What are you doing, buddy? Oh, landing on top of me. Gotcha. There's the other claw. I was like, I'm gonna get it this time. Ow. Whoop. Let them fight. What? Why did you attack me? He's the one attacking you, not me. I mean, I was trying to sneak in a hit there, but... Fuck. Ouch. Mistimed. Dude, you gotta be almost dead. Are you going to sleep? Oh, okay. I'm not complaining. Where's my pill? There it is. And he woke up dead. We'll take it. Now I'll go beat up the Stygian. Hey, buddy. Bum 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 bum. Get him, boys. No, you don't. Oh, pff. Oh, piffle. Really? That whiffed? Alright, I need... Oh, there's an Elder Dragon somewhere. Oh, it's, Kushala. Ow. Ouch. Somehow all of that missed. And I don't understand how. Ouch. Oh god! Yeah, there it is. Ouch. fuck. Ah, I thought I'd hit him in the head. Oh well, I missed. I missed. No. There we go. Do I need hot drink? What the f- he went down here? That's weird. I see you, buddy. Ouch. I want the dragon treasure. Oh, god damn it. I right into it. Ow! The tail whip. Really? How did I mistime that? What? Really? Dude. You're being very difficult right now. Or I'm just playing like ass, which is probably what it is. Ooh. Tackled too soon. In the water, where I'm gonna die. Yep. I need to pay more attention. Let's see. Yep. Oh no, I don't need to do that. Where is... Oh, it's right up here. Madoy. Hi, buddy. Fuck. Why are you giving me so much problems all of a sudden? I needed to move. Somehow that knocked him out. Really? The whiff. He's just gonna shoulder tackle me to death, I guess. Thank you for the hug. How did that whiff? I hate you. I hate the ledges. Definitely say Rise and World have their own strengths. One is better in some ways than the other. Oh, thank you for the lurk, Chica. Hey, Chica, how are you? Doing well, I hope. Just take it. Ah! The great wave. Do I have my might pills? Did I run out? No, I still have a few. Okay, we're good. I just need to take my drugs. Who just attacked me? That fucking Shamos. Shameless Shamos. Shameless Shamos. Where's he sleeping? Oh, that's right. He sleeps up here. Where is my might pill? There it is. Oh, I should have taken the might pill before I was about to be like, don't you do it. There we go. Hey, the Tundra leveled up. Nice, look at that. Sweet. Makes me happy. Doom doom bum 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 bum. Oh, nice. Silver crown. Oh, I can't summon him. Vilcana. Why not? I want something a little harder than Zenogre, even though Zenogre just handed my ass to me. That's pretty funny. Alright. What am I missing here? Mega nutrients? I think. I also need to grab my ice mantle.
Yes.
Boom, 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 boom. Whoops. Apple cheese? Sure. What am I missing? I'm missing something. Powders. Duh. There we go. Now we're good. Let's go beat up Volcana. Cool. Where is she? He's in here. Alright, we'll do Volcana and I think we'll call stream. Just one more hunt. Depending on how long it takes us. If it doesn't, if I kill it really fast, maybe we'll do another one, but we'll see. Damn it. No. There we go. I need my ice-proof mantle. Where is it? Oh, right. Shoot. Oh, actually. Oh, are you serious? Why didn't you go into a wall? That doesn't make any sense. God damn it. I'm getting rocked. I'm gonna mount him. There we go. What is happening? God damn it. What is happening? I just turned myself completely around. Okay. I gotcha. I see. I see how it is. Oh, I see. Ooh. Kind of want an icy now. Are you winning, son? I'm winning. I'm just winning with frustration. Man, pfft. Gotta move right out of the way, don't you? Come on. Come on down, buddy. Floop. Nah. Dude, I've like stun locked her like 3 or 4 times. I know Velkhana pretty well. He was my first wall whenever I first played the game. When I first played Iceborne. The goal is to headlock him. If you constantly headlock him, he can't do anything. Oh shit, stayed under him. Shouldn't have done that. Thank you. Damn it. Distractions. Ah, miss. Oh, she's not enraged anymore. And of course. There it is. Right, whiff. Only Godzilla's in this game. I know, right? I wanted a Godzilla collab so bad. It seemed impossible, though. Oh, I should have moved out of the way. Oh, what the fuck? That was so weird. That should have totally messed me up. She was like, let's try again. You're right, it didn't work. So let's make it work. You love it. Yeah, let's win the wing. I mean, I have Fatalis and Double Joe, who are the Godzillas of Monster Hunter. Yeah, weirdly enough, actually, like, Gravios is supposed to be based on Godzilla, apparently. We just need a Ghidorah now. I'll take it. Oh, he's leaving. Lame. Boop. 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 Good stuff. Boom. Volcano would be Mothra. I don't know about that. I feel like Ultura was Mothra, basically. Ultura reminded me of Mothra. Hot drink's about to wear off. That's what it is. I was like, something was wearing off. Alright, he's going to sleep. Boop. Let's get our buffs. It's true. That's so distracting! There she is. We did it! Look at that. That was funny. I think you timed that hilariously because you timed it right when I activated the when I did my true charge. Good timing. Good timing. Ooh. All right. Well. Whoosh. What about 3.5 hours of streaming? Ah, that's good. No, it's good. It's funny. That's hilarious. It's just hilarious timing. Alrighty. Well, I think I'm actually gonna... Let's see what that got us real quick. But I think I am gonna call the stream there. Ruin the money. No, I didn't actually kill him. I didn't kill him with it, so... He just woke up and went all angry, and I killed him afterward. Tundra is level 4. Just a bit more. Cool. We're getting there. We are getting there. Alright, guys. Thank you for hanging out with me and playing games and stuff. I had fun. But yeah. I will catch you guys probably... tomorrow's Saturday. I don't know what we'll play tomorrow. We might play more Monster Hunter. I don't know yet. But yeah, I will catch you all tomorrow. We need a dog, Elder Dragon. I think we did. It was in Frontier, but I don't know if it's actually in the main games. They had it was like these two twin like wolves. We have an ogre, but he's not really an Elder Dragon, you know what I mean? So. But yeah. Alright, guys. I will catch y'all later. Bye, Goo. Bye, Sil. Bye, Chica. Iro, if you're still here. I will see you guys later. Thank you for hanging out. Oh, by the way. Oh, I forgot to say. Chica's in chat. Go check out Chica. I keep forgetting to shout him out. There you go. Chica's awesome. Go check out Chica's channel. I don't know if they're streaming today, but I think they said they were going to stream, and they were going to stream Great Ace Attorney, I think is what they said they were going to stream. So they're also going to play Great Ace Attorney. I think they're further behind than me, though, so... But yeah. Alrighty. Well. Yeah. Bye, guys. What do you mean sleep? Cat sleep? Freya sleep. But yeah, go check out Chica's channel. Go follow Chica. Chica's an awesome VTuber as well. She does like all of her own like effects and stuff. It's really impressive. Bye.